Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, let's jump on with a weekly energy reading. So this is going to be from the 1st of April through to the 7th of April. We'll have a look. I'm just having a look to see what the cat's doing. He seems to have just started to become active. Okay, you can pipe down. Let's hope he doesn't give us any issues today. Okay, so let's have a look. I've got the Mucha Tarot out. Let's just pull some cards, get a story together. We've got the Magician. Okay, so the Magician's here. With his magic, let's say with his magic wand. We have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, I'm not sure yet what I'm going to pick up from that card. That's a few meanings, so I'm not going to jump to conclusions, as you say in a tarot reading. It's good to be forewarned of potential energy changes. It's about building partnerships. The Magician's here. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. This is about building firm foundations. And I don't want to say keeping things close. It's like they're not being shared. The foundations are not being shared. But then we have building partnerships, and they actually seem to be working alone on this. We have a knight coming in with a cup of love. He's gone into some effort here. The horse looks very fancy. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this working independently. These cards, okay. Then we have, I want to call it the Sneaky Seven. Somebody has collected up their swords and they've left camp. Oh, it's happening quickly. To create an impact, this girl here looks quite shocked. There's a leap of faith here. And then we have bringing in balance, Six of Pentacles. What's the underlying energy? Death. So the transformation. Okay, so this is the death of the ego. It's kind of coming out of the dark night of the soul. Okay. Let's read this story. The Magician's here. He has his magic wand. He's keeping things close, okay, to home. He's been working on things. I'm going to say independently. There's two figures here that are working on something, and then you've got like an apprentice off doing something else. It's like they are kind of, what are they reading? Are they directing? I'm not sure. But he's busy working. And then we have the love coming in. Well, it's the emotion of love. So it'd be compassion, love, integrity. And he's carrying this cup of love coming in. And the horse is really, actually reminds me of when I went to Austria and I heard the story about how the cows all go up into the mountains and then they're kind of brought back down in a ceremony. I think that's in May. I'm not sure. But cow bells. The song should be coming round the mountain when she comes. Singing, I, yippee, yippee, I. Okay, so then we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is, it's a bit different because the feminine's standing on her own and the figure is in the background, kind of not in the limelight, in the shadow here. But she has gatherers there. And that's why I pick up that energy of, but the Ten of Pentacles is about working together, but it's like someone's taking a back seat. They're taking a back seat. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone's taken, I don't know what it means by the back seat, or has been taking a back seat. Because there's different energies here. It's like one's in the limelight and one's not. And then we have somebody is on their way somewhere. And then we have this is about things happening quickly, communication, travel, relocation. But it seems to have kind of taken her breath away. There's a leap of faith here. This is the Fool card. Somebody's taken a leap of faith for a new beginning. And it brings in balance. This is actually balancing out the scales of giving and receiving. So that's making sure that you are materially and spiritually satisfied. Okay, wow. Let's work on this a bit more. So let me clarify with the Psychic Tarot. Let's have a look at this Magician. How many came out? 3. This is for the Magician's energy. It's got the swords, the pentacles, the cups, the wand in his hand. Well, that's actually kind of the Magician's wand because the actual wand's on the table. So it's about being balanced. Seems to be roses above his head there. It's like he's been preparing. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, the Emperor. Yeah, I picked up that energy with it here. So the Emperor, I'm going to say deceitful, but I don't think in a bad way. I just think working on his own stuff. That's what I want to say. But what's he been working on? Wrapping up a cycle so that a new one can begin. Well, it comes in with this, doesn't it? Master of the universe. Magician of the universe. He's got the awareness behind him. Which means it's in the shadow. The Tower's here. It's like he's going to break free. At any point, that's going to explode. So the disruption here is the Tower card. These are all 3 major arcanas, all 4, to start off the reading. The universe has its hands on all of them. You wrap up a cycle so that a new one can begin. After that, you then take a leap of faith. You become the Fool. After the 21, we go back to the beginning. The authority here is the Emperor, about taking authority over your life and also about incorporating the feminine energy. And the disruption here is the Tower, basically saying it's time to break free. So we have this, I want to say time to break free. It's really time to just let go of all them. It's like whatever you've been, it's like it needs to be shared. The last card here is the 6 of Pentacles, which is about giving and receiving. And because we've got deception here, there's the unbalance of it. With the Death card, though, there's been transformation. The underlying energy is a transformational ego death. So, let's have a look at this 4 of Pentacles. Patience and planning. So this is saying that it's harvest time. It's the Seven of Pentacles, which means that you need to decide when it's the right time to go. Okay, it's just like it's with the picture normally, it's about just waiting to see if you're going to kind of get any more harvest from this before you kind of move on. But patience and planning is now about seeing the light and going towards it. So we have this partnership here where I said, you know, I'm not too sure of the energy of this. It's like they are working together, but they're not. The waiting game. Oh, okay, so this is the planning. And love begins. So the Two of Wands here, this feels like you're going round and round in circles and nothing is manifesting, when actually quite a lot is manifesting. You just don't see it. So this is about planning. But before it was patience and planning, and it's like that's exactly what's been going on. It's not communication here. But I imagine lots of contemplation up here in solitude while working on your own. Planning for unconditional love. This is two sharing a bowl here of love. Pouring from the same cup. And this cup's being offered. And there's been effort made. So, let's get a clarifier for this. The base chakra, been grounding. Somebody's been grounding. I'm going to say this Emperor's been finding his core. That's what the base chakra is. I'm going to say grounding in love, because it's with the offer. So it's feeling grounded now, more stable, more secure. That's with the base chakra there, base of your spine. It's the root of it all. Been spoke about grounding in this love. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which, like I said, it's like the feminine is speaking. I want to say sharing her wisdom, because it's the card of legacy, the card of being an influence. And I said there was somebody in the background and they've been resting and healing and rejuvenating. So let's check out what this... It's just not the truth being told, that's all. It's deception. And I'm going to say, well, you can see that there's been work going on behind the scenes, but we have the deception here. So let's see what wants to clarify what's been going on that's not known. There's been a sacrifice. So someone's been in the hangman mode. They've been gathering knowledge, awakening, finding enlightenment about what to do next. If it is, I don't know. That's about a self-sacrifice, doing what's right for you. So with the healing and rejuvenating, that is this transformation that's been taking place. And we've got stand your ground. So I'm going to say that somebody maybe has been fighting this, trying to fight the universe, I'm not sure. Or maybe they've been standing their ground about this transformation and putting in the planning for it, for their future. And that's with this card. Got the glare, sorry. Okay. Now we have something happens quickly. This is the card of these wands have been in the air for a while, so it comes in great with the planning. And then all of a sudden they're about to land. But I picked up that she looks like it takes her by surprise. spiritual strength. As I was picking up that card, I thought to myself, okay, well, what's next then? And I was thinking it's the Nine of Wands, which has just come out. So about being spiritually strong here. So that's kind of like having faith throughout the dark times and being supported through this. It's like the support has been there, feeling it's for this masculine energy, because to be grounded, it's like somebody's been taking your weight for you. Somebody who's very strong now, and then they're going to take a leap of faith. Yeah, following their intuition. It's about being guided by the High Priestess. This is about knowing God's word, kind of speaking it. Been transforming, patience and planning. I feel that this is like a testing out. It's like both have been let's see, because the Six of Pentacles here, yeah, it's moving on. So this is now about seeing the light and moving kind of through the doorway. It's like time to move on to bring the balance. So this is moving on from challenging times into brighter times. Leaving the past behind. Bottom of the deck is deception and envy. So the underlying energy is deception and envy, I want to say, regarding a transformation that's taken place. And I feel that somebody's already been working on that. So really actually been studying and I want to say really committing and putting a lot of attention into this transformation. Let's get some, let's pull this story together. Let's get some Archangel guidance. Excuse me. Clairsentience. Notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. So physical and emotional feelings, I'm going to say the emotion of love. With the physical, this is about sharing now, being grounded enough to be able to understand what your physical and emotional feelings are telling you and where they're guiding you. I'm going to read it. Clairsentience. Oh, open straight up to it. So notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Please honour your feelings. Don't be afraid of deep emotions or intense feelings. I can help you distinguish between your own feelings and those of others. I'll also help you clear any energies you may absorb. I'll guide you towards people, situations and places with clear and loving energy. Your repetitive emotions and physical feelings provide important information, so please notice and follow these feelings. They are answers to your prayers. Ask me to help translate confusing messages so that you'll clearly know which steps to take. So working with Archangel Raguel. Like an air traffic controller, Raguel oversees archangels and angels, ensuring harmony, cooperation and order among them all. In the same way, it helps you sort all your feelings, enabling you to notice, understand and to follow them. So this, I said here, a leap of faith about following kind of guidance that you're given. So, yeah, I think I'm really picking up on this, just following your path, following your path. Let's get one more from here. This is nice because it's really about sharing unconditional love now after a transformation. But why the deceit and envy? Peace. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Yeah. Let's read this. Prince, when the doves cry, don't know why, just peace. Bring in peace now. So, okay. It says, look past the surface of this situation and see the underlying truth that everyone involved is a child of God filled with love. By focusing upon this truth, you elicit loving behaviour and solutions. Even though appearances may seem otherwise, trust that a higher wisdom is in charge. Love is the only power that exists, and its light shines away any seeming darkness. Hold the intention to look for examples of this light within yourself and others, and you'll have more light in your mind, heart, thoughts, and life. This knowledge is the foundation of peace. Yeah, there's definitely this incorporating unconditional love and kind of lots of planning on how it's like a recognizing, it's recognition. Working with Archangel Chanel. When you wish to feel more centered, calm and peaceful, this is about the core, isn't it? I said this, about being grounded. When you wish to feel more centered, calm and peaceful, call upon Shamael. He is the archangel of personal and global peace. He's very kind, loving and sweet, and he'll evoke a pleasant feeling of excitement when he works with you. Know that Shamael sees your true qualities and loves you unconditionally. Yeah, it's about embracing unconditional love now. Okay, and sharing with the world, I want to say. Let's get one more from here. Life review. Okay, so it's time to take a life review, and that's exactly with the transformation, deception and envy. It's about leaving the past behind. I said here someone was leaving camp and it looked like it could happen quite quickly. Now that there's been this realisation. I said recognition, didn't I? So, life review. Let's have a look and see what the life review card wants to tell us. It takes courage to look at your life, yet if done with compassion and a sense of humour, you'll grow and learn from a life review. I'll help you take stock of where you've been. We'll look at what you've learned and how these lessons are a valuable asset for today and tomorrow. We'll also notice life patterns that aren't serving your highest good, and we'll take steps to release those patterns. Working with Archangel Jeremiel. One of Jeremiel's purposes is to help newly crossed over souls review their lives. He also helps those who are still living to make life reviews. I had to go back because it kind of lost their lives, but we're talking about the death card here, and that doesn't mean you actually have to die in the physical. So it just threw me, that was all, if I was reading the right one. One of Jeremiel's purposes is to help newly crossed over souls review their lives. He also helps those who are still living to make life reviews. Take time soon to be alone and ask Jeremiel to help you review where you've been, what you've learned, what patterns you're ready to release, and what you're grateful for in your life. Let's move on to another deck. I'm going to have a look at the Oracle of Shadows and Light. See what guidance wants to come out from these guys. A clear solution, the Lantern Fairy. So, okay. I was going to say, so it's like you do know what the solution is. It's card number 24, which will bring us to a 6, which is the number of love and harmony. About the Lantern Fairy. This sweet fairy is showing you a way through a barrier you have reached in your life. This may be in an area of your life. This may be in any area of your life, but it does feel that you have come up against a very solid obstacle. This gentle fairy with her bright lantern can take you to a place in this wall that has already come down, so you can move through this obstacle without force or fear. Your only requirement is to trust this fairy, and then to take down, break. It's I'm going to just pull this card up as well, because you can really see the breaking down that way. That will do it. Your only requirement is to trust this fairy and then to take down several bricks after you have moved through, so the wall between this world and the next, your love and your life, becomes slowly less and less solid. The wall is coming down. This is the fairy's role, to help you move beyond the wall. Trust her. She will guide you. So the Lantern Fairy speaks. Sometimes people say you should be cautious about where information is coming from, and that is indeed true. I am simply holding up the lantern I carry and gently letting you see the likely outcome of the decisions you are making and offering a clear solution to the problem at hand. Something has to come to an end, a true end, and you have, as they say, hit the wall. You could try digging under it or climbing over it, or you could try taking down the wall brick by brick. But if you follow me, I can show you a place where the wall has already come down and where you can move through this obstacle without pain. Do not think this is cheating. Okay, so it comes with that deception, doesn't it? Deception and envy. Okay, so do not think that this is cheating. There have been others who have come this way, and while you can tread the path the way you wish, I can help you make the breakthrough, find the passageway you are looking for. My guidance is safe, clear and gentle. I am not here to send you in a false direction. I am here to clear the way and light the path. It is up to you whether you make it harder than it needs to be. I'll show you the way. Trust me. Okay, so the divination message. A way through a life challenge will present itself. Stubborn thinking can be changed. Old patterns are removed little by little, but will need trust. Old shielding against certain energies needs to be replaced and reworked, as it is no longer in line with what you wish for, and in fact may be proven to be a barrier, which is keeping you isolated instead of protected. Trust where the light leads you. Go where you can feel true love, kindness, and freedom. Avoid all that comes from anger, hatred, judgment, blame, and ridicule. Okay, that's the end of the message. Breaking out that disruption here, so that something has to come to an end. It's like it is at breaking point. Let's pull some romance angels. It says free yourself. It's kind of time to move on. So it's time to take back control of your life, with the Emperor there. Taking back control. Sorry, Mr. Emperor. The Emperor there, it's like kind of stepping into that enlightenment now, not just having it behind, he's aware, but now it's kind of putting that into action and using his power, take back his power. With the Magician here, wrapping up cycles with the universe so a new one can begin. So let's read Free Yourself. Like the unicorn in the image on this card, you may be feeling trapped. Perhaps you've relinquished control of someone else, or maybe you feel smothered in your career or relationship. As you tune in to yourself, you'll sense the specific areas where this message applies to you. You can even ask yourself, in what ways do I feel limited or constrained? Trust the answers you receive. This card comes to you from the Romance Angels because they've heard your call for great love. To experience passion, though, you must first allow yourself to feel deep emotions. In doing so, you may come up against areas of your life where you harbour discontent. Simply by acknowledging these areas, you bring light to the situation and allow room for the angels to help you. As you commit to taking back control of your life, your feelings will naturally thaw and reawaken. This leads to a greater capacity to love yourself, your partner, and your experiences. Okay, let's get another one from here. If I can get my words out. My voice is getting quieter and quieter. It says express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay. This card urges you to take the initiative in your love life. This may mean contacting someone to whom you're attracted and asking that person out on a date. It could also mean sending flowers, texts, or gifts to your beloved. I said there was a lot of effort that's gone on here. Okay, so as you express romance, these feelings pour through you. You actually become the biggest beneficiary of your romantic displays as you enjoy how they make you feel to an even greater degree. The more you give love, the more you experience it. Of course, do make sure that you're also open to receiving the love that comes to you from God. So that's a giving and receiving now. The angels and other people. Okay. Let's get one more. I don't know why, but we're going to. You're calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Now that you've wrapped up this cycle, you're experiencing unconditional love, then in comes your soulmate, your match. You always attract what you are, so you attract your vibration. So, calling in your soulmate. You, like everyone, have soulmates. These are people with whom you share time in heaven and in other lives. Okay, I won't hold it up for too long, but because I've got to turn the page again. I'm sorry, you, like everyone, have soulmates. I think we've got a pussycat coming on. Okay. You, like everyone, have soulmates for the third and final time. These are people with whom you share time in heaven and in other lives. You made a soul agreement to meet them in this lifetime for the purpose of mutual spiritual growth. You have many such agreements with various people who are all your soulmates. They include friends, family members, co-workers, and romantic partners. This card guides you to actively call your romantic soulmate into your life. You can do so through prayer, affirmations, and visualizations. It also means working on yourself so that you epitomize the qualities you're seeking in a partner. So I just said like attracts like. So make sure that you are actively living. How do I want to put this? You have to, it's kind of like marrying yourself. You have to treat yourself with the same respect that you expect your partner to treat you with. And then you will call in that. So you're attracting what you are. Like attracts like. So, For instance, if you desire a significant other who's got a great sense of humour, develop this within you. Like attracts like, which is part of calling in your soulmate. And that's why they say that they're all soulmates, because we're calling different people, different points in our life, which is at the same frequency of our frequency then. So it's all a lesson to grow and evolve, and as we evolve, you know, we move on. And new soulmates come in to teach us lessons, and it's a continuous process, but calling in your romantic soulmate does take for you to actually be experiencing unconditional love for yourself and for others. To call in your true soulmate. Okay. Right, I am going to end on a Rumi. Right, let's see what message wants to come out. This is a weekly guidance, so one. Card number 6. It's that harmony again, isn't it? That's what you want, to become one. One with all. Okay. Yeah, this comes in, it's spot on really. Let me read the poem first. I have abolished duality from myself. I have seen the two worlds as one. One I seek, one I know, one I see, and one I call. Rumi. You look for me, and what do you see? You. Am I playing games with you, holding up a mirror for you to behold God? Yes. These are games of love and truth. Look for me and find yourself, for I am you and you are me, and together we are one, playing hide and seek in love's great playground. A lot about being in the shadow here, wasn't there? The deception, playing hide and seek. Okay. I said about being a reflection. Your soulmate, your true soulmate, will be, you're looking in a mirror. You're actually looking at you, and that's why it's quite scary, and that's why you have to be one. Okay, so like molten gold, poured from the furnace of divine love into one of a kind mould. You are created uniquely and of divine essence. You are both the lover and the beloved. There is no aspect of your life separate from your spiritual journey, and there is no aspect of you that is not of divine origin. So then why are you frowning? The fear or the questioning? Let me share a sublime secret with you. Let me whisper it into your heart. I've got to turn the page, but I said I felt like I was whispering. I was actually going to say it, so I'm getting quieter and quieter. Okay, so let me whisper it into your heart now. There is nothing to fear. All is unfolding according to the divine genius, and there is a sweet shift in store for you. No matter how dire circumstances may appear to be, or despairing you may feel, there is still an avenue through which fulfillment and resolution will be granted. This will happen. This is because the divine seeks wholeness of the one. That means anything and every part of existence, and that includes you and all aspects of your being and life, is claimed by the divine. Your return to the divine is demanded. Every part of you, every life circumstance. The divine keeps rigorous, flawless accounts. Therefore, nothing shall be left uncounted for, not even that which seems to be outside divine attention and grace at this moment. You must remember that you are a living heart, the dweller at the centre between heaven and earth, star and soil, light and dark. If you cannot summon the joy to rise up and meet the divine beloved, fear not. That cunning lover lies deep within the depths, waiting to gather you into sacred embrace as you descend into darkness. Either through flying or falling, you shall be caught and tangled up in divine embrace. So fear not, cast aside worry and concern. Know that you are thoroughly itemized on the divine ledger, and not one moment of your struggle or suffering shall miss the hawk-like gaze of the ever-attentive and heavenly beloved. This oracle comes to you with a particular guidance. There is a friction or conflict within you or your life right now, a sense perhaps of being pulled in more than one direction and confusion because of this. You are questioning which path to take, this way or that. What if you choose this path and it turns out the other would have been better? But how could you know now what choice, if any, is most needed in your life? So many questions, your mind is scurrying. There is no other word for it. Backwards and forwards it goes, to and fro, trying to settle upon the truth. I love you too much to allow this to continue unchecked. Surrender it, give it up. The truth you seek is this: you shall be. You shall manifest your destiny just as the acorn. I was going to say that with that. Where is it gone? Where have you gone? I know you're here. I was going to say about an acorn, but I didn't. Okay. So, oh no, lost my space. Where am I? My space. Lost my place. My space. How would you know? Yeah, we've done this. Oh, here we are. You shall manifest your destiny just as the acorn grows into the oak tree. You cannot be other than what you are. And as you accept this, life responds. It breathes and relaxes around you, so what you need can come to you more easily. It finds you, drawn to the need in you that is natural and inviting, and not a cause for anxiety or distress. The need leads to satiety. What is desired and what fulfills that desire is one. They are lovers that come to each other naturally, even through darkness and confusion, drawn to each other, following the natural course of the universe to become one. So do not fret and fear, my beloved. Do not hold back from that which feels incomplete out of anxiety or distress. It is just the lover that will soon be joined by the beloved. You are recognizing the moment before this occurs, so fret not, and instead, let that inner lover loose. Allow her to shake out her hair, put on her most sensual perfume, and laugh as she dances barefoot in fields of lush green and fragrant flowers. Let her tempt her beloved to come close, because she can be seen, she can be heard. Her movement sends her scent through the air. She entices the yearning beloved to her, and soon enough they meet, and it becomes possible for, yet again, two to become one. And then there will be a wild peace and an ecstatic contentment within you. If there is any part of you struggling to surrender the conflict between old and new, between what has been and what needs to be, between passion and duty, creativity and rationality, between this role or identity, then know this: even the conflict serves. Don't choose either one and believe it is the answer. Sometimes the sacrifice is not one or the other, but the idea that it can be only one or the other. We had the sacrifice card, didn't we? Sorry. Don't choose either one and believe it is the answer. Sometimes the sacrifice is not one or the other, but the idea that it can be only one or the other. At another level, a level of divine resolution, there is beyond the apparent polarity and conflict a third way. I'll say that again. It's another level that put me, it was like another level, Jay-Z. I don't, okay. At another level, a level of divine resolution, there is, beyond the apparent polarity and conflict of third way, the rising up to where there is only one perfection taking place constantly. Open your heart, you'll find the bridge to understanding and trusting in that perfection now, where it has always been and will always be. Don't worry, all is happening exactly as it should. Okay, let's try and get on with this message without keep being distracted. We're nearly there, guys. So this oracle brings you a particular guidance. There is a resolution and a perfect coming together of elements in your life that might have seemed, I can't read these, conflict. So this oracle brings you particular guidance. There is a resolution and a perfect coming together of elements in your life that might be in conflict. There you go, just leave it like this, come on. Something you have been trying to integrate is so very nearly ready to click into place. Perform the sacred honour and ritual and stay with the process. The coherence, the integration, the balance and coming together you seek is on your horizon, approaching you swiftly now. That comes in with that look. Whereabouts? Oh, it's not coming in swiftly now. This is it. No, it's here. Coming in swiftly now. Right, let's read this sacred honouring ritual. Place your hands at your heart and say aloud, Rumi, who loves me unconditionally. I gaze into my heart and you are there. I gaze into your heart and see my own face. We are one. This oneness is contagious. May it swiftly affect every aspect of my inner world so that my outer existence aligns gently with perfect harmony with the great divine beloved. You and I are one with the perfection of divinity unfolding now and always through grace and my own free will, so be it. When you are ready, place your hands in a prayer position and bow your head in reverence and recognition to the one divine plan unfolding. Say, I surrender into the one truth of divine perfection, which includes my own divine destiny now. Through mercy and grace, so be it. When you are ready, simply close your eyes and bow your head again. Then you have completed your ritual. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've got quite distracted during that. Okay, especially with another level. Once we're leveling up, I'm going to go. I think I need a couple of days off. Okay, from channeling all this stuff. Okay, guys. Have a fantastic week. I will be on when I'm drawn to come on. And until then, take care. Bye for now.